You know, it's honestly really impressive how a simple app, or like two apps to be exact, like their simple existence manages somehow to it totally and entirely annihilate a entire generation of people. It blows my fucking mind, right? And what I'm talking about is the nature of apps like TikTok and Twitter, where it's like people are forced to crunch down literally everything. They have to crunch down their words, they have to crunch down their speech, they have to crunch down everything into a format where it fits less than 150 characters or fucking 10 seconds long. And when you have that and people engaging with that kind of content for hours and hours and hours every fucking day, people's brains fucking degrade. And this, what I'm about to talk about, is proof of it. So apparently now, all the fucking sudden people have decided, that femboy is a fucking slur, which is just like, what? I don't understand. I don't fucking get it, right? So I'm looking into it. I'm doing research, and apparently this isn't a new thing that's happening. Apparently there have been talks of people trying to label femboy as a slur for years now, and it's just, but now because of TikTok, because the Zoomers, right, they picked up that fucking bullshit, right? So now it's kind of in the mainstream. It's kind of in the stream, as they say, right? Oh my god. All right, so where does one even begin? I kind of want to elaborate a little bit. That whole intro, that sounds like a bit. No, I genuinely believe apps, like I genuinely believe the current state of social media, where everything is just like crunch it, optimize. It doesn't give enough time people to process what the fuck they're being shown. So their brain is just made to like think in like 10 seconds. It's like, you need to form an opinion on this thing in 10 fucking seconds, and you better stake your fucking life on that opinion, right? Like, people are just so confidently on Twitter and TikTok just saying, no, yeah, femboy is a slur. No, yeah, it's a slur. And I'll get into why they think it's a slur, right? Okay, so let's start first off. What is a femboy? Because that word is being thrown around a lot, and some people might not know what the fuck exactly it means, or at least what I think it means, and what the mass majority of the LGBT community think it fucking means, right? Because they're the ones who fucking created the term. This fucking term doesn't originate from the Catholic Church. Let's just fucking say that. So essentially, when I say a femboy, I'm talking about people like me. That was gay as hell. People who like dudes with cocks and balls, and have been fine with having cocks and balls for their entire life, and they're just like, yeah, I'm not a woman, I'm a guy. I'm fine with having a dick. I'm perfectly okay with that. Okay, I'm not trans, I'm a cis dude, right? And it's basically cis dudes who dress up in like girly clothes occasionally, or just act femininely, or just people who enjoy embracing feminine qualities every now and then. That's what I mean when I'm talking about a femboy, right? And apparently that lifestyle is a slur, which is just like, why are we at this point? Why are we at this point when we're letting children on the internet dictate what is current discourse right now? I can't imagine anybody actually staking that position. I'm tangent. I need to stop doing that. TLDR, the dude who is a dude, they're not trans, they're a dude, and they like to wear a dress, right? They like to be cute. They like to be feminine, right? That's essentially what a femboy is, okay? It is a boy, a man, who likes to be feminine, right? That makes sense. Can we agree that that's what that means? Cool. All right. Now we're going to talk about what is a fucking slur. It's an insinuation or allegation about someone that is likely to insult them or damage their reputation. So it is a word that is being used specifically to make someone feel bad about themselves. So I would say, using that, stupid can be a slur, right? If you're calling someone stupid, you're trying to make them feel ashamed about not being intellectually like up there, right? Like that's what that means. Now that we've covered our fucking bases, is femboy a slur, right? And these are the arguments that they try to make. These are the arguments that I've seen pop up the most about how it is a slur. So let me quickly review that. And one of their arguments is that it can be used, like transphobes might use the word, I haven't seen them fucking use it, but they might use the word to describe trans women. So trans women are people who were assigned at birth male and that they're transitioning into female, right? Or like woman, they're trying to be a woman, right? That's what a trans person is. The trans woman. That's what a trans woman is. Okay? And people can use that in a derogatory way. But does that mean that the entire fucking word is a slur? No, it doesn't. Okay? You know what transphobes also do? They say trans women are men. Is man a slur? Is man a slur now? Are you really gonna stake that position? No, the fuck you're not. Femboy, the origin of the word, what the word was meant to do, is to simply describe a lifestyle of a person that, it's not even necessarily that they're gay or that they're this, that they're that. It's just, it describes a lifestyle of a cis man. That's how they want to live, right? They want to live embracing feminine qualities, right? Like that's essentially what that fucking means, right? It's not at all meant to be derogatory, right? When you look at something like the fucking N-word, now that's meant to be fucking derogatory. That word is meant to be used as an insult. That is a fucking slur. And in no matter what context that it is, if you're calling someone the fucking N-word, that's a slur. Okay? It doesn't matter the context. If you're calling someone the N-word, that's a fucking slur. All right? There's no other way of fucking around it, right? It wasn't used in a jovial way. It's just to be like, "What up, mate?" It was never used like that, right? It was never used respectfully, let's say, right? It was always meant to be like, you are this, you're not human, you're beneath me, you're a N-word, right? That's how that fucking word was always meant to be fucking used, right? Now, slurs don't necessarily need to be, originally used as an insult, they don't need to have the original intent. All words can be used in a slur, right? Any word that is describing something can be used as a slur, right? Like that doesn't make all language a fucking slur, right? And I'll get into like some other things, right? So if femboy is a slur, is drag a slur? Are they really going to be staking that position? Do you honestly fucking think the same people out there right fucking now that are saying femboy is a slur is drag a slur? Because how different is drag from femboy? How different is that lifestyle from one another? They're hardly different, right? Drag is just honestly like a if like a man who's doing drag, right? Because women can do drag too. But if a man were to be doing drag, they're still called like a drag queen and stuff. They're not called like a drag king or some fucking shit. They're called drag queens, right? Like you wouldn't consider drag queen a fucking slur, right? But it can be. It can be used as a slur, okay? I've seen it used as a fucking slur when people are just when people, you know, conservatives, right? Will often be like, "Oh, a drag queen. Oh, that's disgusting drag queen," right? Like they're trying to use that word in a derogatory way. They're trying to make it so when you hear drag queen, you instantly think of like the most hideous, disgusting, ugly person ever, right? Like that's they're using that as a slur, but that doesn't mean drag queen itself is a slur. It's describing a lifestyle, right? It's describing like a style of presentation, right? Like it's not a fucking slur, right? Another thing is like, are these people gonna say is cross-dressing a slur, right? Because rightoids have definitely fucking done that. They've definitely described trans women and trans men as cross-dressers, right? They've definitely done that. Is that a slur? Is that a slur now? Like why specifically folk honing in on femboy, right? It's so ridiculous. It's so fucking stupid. Another thing that I've seen these people throw around is that it fetishizes feminine gay men, which that has nothing to do with it being a slur, but that's an argument I've seen repeated a few times now, is that, oh, it's fetishizing feminine gay men. And it's just, again, it just really goes to demonstrate how much of a plague apps like fucking TikTok and Twitter have been, because these people just do not understand the nuance of anything. They're told how to think and feel about things in the span of fucking 10 seconds. You can't fucking do that. You can't elaborate on the nuance of things in less than 150 characters and less than 10 seconds. That's literally, it takes all the nuance out of literally anything. You cannot describe something honestly in less than 150 characters and under 10 fucking seconds, right? You can't. You fucking cannot, right? That is impossible, right? You simply, it's just not possible. You're not ever going to truly understand something if it's being flashed in your fucking face and being like, okay, do you get it now? It's like, well, not really. But some of these people on TikTok, it's like, oh yeah, I understood literally everything. Now I know exactly how to feel about this fucking topic. It's like, no, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. But I will say, femboy, that whole lifestyle, it can be fetishistic, okay? It can be. Don't get me wrong, right? There's definitely some people out there who strictly like it because it's sexy or it's sexy looking or some fucking shit, right? Look, it can be fetishistic, but that doesn't mean that it is fetishistic. Again, you know, I mean, this just demonstrates how the nuance is just not something these people will ever really grasp, at least now, right? It's silly shit. Stop being fucking goofy, dude.